Being a child that grew up in Eastern Kentucky, I spent most of my childhood being outside, whether that be playing on a school playground, playing in my backyard, going camping with my family, or just being in the woods. As a result of not having a first aid kit in our home, anytime I fell or got cut or had thorns or anything, it took Mom a really long time to be able to bandage my wounds because she would have to go inside and find every individual item she needed. And if we had had a first aid kit, it would have cut that time in half. According to a peer-reviewed journal, in a medical emergency, a well-stocked first aid kit can make a real difference as it will serve as an interim resource until professional help arrives. The contents of a first aid kit should help when dealing with minor injuries that do not require assistance from healthcare professionals such as paramedics or doctors. Everything you need for a basic first aid kit you probably already have in your home or you can buy at your local Walmart. As stated in an article on familydoctor.org, a kit can be large or small. It can contain every possible thing you might need, or it can contain a few basics. Consider what you, your family, and your lifestyle needs. So here's what you're going to need for a very basic first aid kit. The first thing you're going to need is a small bag. I'm using this little makeup bag because I know it fits in my purse well and I can carry it with me wherever I go. The next thing you are going to need is Band-Aids. You can get about 60 of these at Walmart for about $5, and they're used to cover your wounds to make sure no debris or dirt get in there and cause an infection. The next thing you're going to need is triple antibiotic ointment. This can be used on any size cuts, but we always use it on the larger ones just to make sure that it had a good coating so they didn't get infected. The next thing you're going to need is burn gel, and trust me, this will be a lifesaver if you have to restart a campfire all night. The next thing you're going to need is anti-itch cream. This helps with poison ivy and mosquito bites. It helps minimize the itching, and it is a lifesaver if you're camping, and it makes the rest of your time there less miserable. The next thing you're going to need is hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer helps make sure that your hands are clean when dealing with your wounds and making sure that they don't get infected. You're also going to want to have tweezers. These help with thorns, especially if you're going to be in the woods all the time. I would highly recommend having these in your makeup bag or container to make sure you can get the thorns out without irritating your skin as much. The next thing you're going to need is first aid antiseptic spray. This is also can be used on any size wounds. We always use this on the smaller ones, that way there was just less stuff in the bandage. You're also going to want to have Tylenol. Tylenol helps with pain relief and it helps keep your misery to a minimum. All you got left to do is close your bag or container, and then you have your first aid kit. Remember that you can customize your first aid kit to what suits you. Stated in an article on kidshealth.org, a well-stocked first aid kit kept within easy reach is a must-have for every home. Having the right supplies ahead of time will help you handle an emergency at a moment's notice. Keep a first aid kit in your home and one in each car. Also, be sure to bring a first aid kit on family vacations. A first aid kit is very essential to every home. So are you ready to keep your family safe?